Hi everybody, we are on Sunday, and Sundays is our series on Why Do Catholics. Yesterday I said I was not sure whether I was going to be ready with the next of the Why Do Catholics series, but here we are. It's 4 o'clock on a Sunday evening, and today we are going to focus on why do Catholics have cardinals. Now, why the topic? In case you haven't heard the news, almost about a month and a half ago, Pope Francis appointed 20 men from around the world to be cardinals, and they will be made cardinals this month on the 27th of August. Now, in Mumbai, our Archbishop Oswald Gracious is also a cardinal. He is Cardinal Oswald Gracious, or when we write Oswald Cardinal Gracious. So, who is a cardinal and what does a cardinal do? Now, most of us probably know cardinals as potential popes, and you are correct if that's the way you think. One of the main functions of the cardinals is when a pope has died, or as in the case of Pope Benedict resigned, then all the cardinals around the world under the age of 80 come together to elect a new pope in a meeting called the Conclave. Now, let me explain. In a conclave, you can also have cardinals who are above the age of 80. As in the case of Cardinal Ivan Dias, when he was living, he attended the conclave that elected Pope Francis, but he could not vote. So, only a cardinal who is less than the age of 80 can vote, and this meeting is called a conclave. I will explain it more, but it comes from a Latin word conclave. Conclave means to be locked in with a key. The cardinals are literally locked into that space where they vote for the next Holy Father. Now, only cardinals can elect a new pope, and they usually elect a cardinal from among themselves to become the next pope. But very technically, they can choose anyone else, even somebody who is not a cardinal. This is very technically, they can do this. You would remember, I think it was in that movie Angels and Demons of Dan Brown, where a priest is called in to be made a cardinal. Of course, he never became a cardinal then, but is it possible that the cardinals can elect a non-cardinal to become a pope? The answer is yes. Now, that being said, cardinals actually do many other things, and for this we have to understand who can become a cardinal and the types of cardinals. So, the ranks, that not really the ranks, but rather the different types. So, all cardinals are bishops of the Catholic Church. Even if the Pope announces the name of a priest as a cardinal, as in the case of Father Michael Zerny, who I knew and met in Rome, and then the Pope announced him that he will be a cardinal. Father Michael Zerny, who was at that time, I think, the Undersecretary of the Pontifical Council for Justice and Peace, he was first ordained as a bishop the day before, and then of course at the consistory he was created a cardinal. Now, within cardinals there are three ranks of cardinals, as it were. There are cardinal bishops, there are cardinal priests, and there are cardinal deacons. Cardinal bishops are, if in a way of speaking, the senior most cardinals. They are usually in charge of senior departments at the Vatican. Until recently, we used to have only 6 Latin cardinal bishops, but Pope Francis has appointed many more. Cardinal priests are, if one may use it, a middle rank. Not really, but they have a different role. And they are mostly cardinals who usually are working or are linked to an archdiocese, including our own Archbishop Oswald Gracious. He is a cardinal priest. For most of the part, they don't reside in Rome, but they, as I said, are usually heads of their own dioceses across the world. And then you have cardinal deacons who usually reside in Rome and are members of the Roman Curia. The Roman Curia is the governing body that assists the Pope in the work that he does, like the dicastery for the service of charity or the dicastery for evangelization. Now, there's one last type of cardinal that you should know about, and this is an interesting part of it, and that's the cardinal in pectore. Sometimes a pope may want to appoint someone as a cardinal, but if there's a public announcement of his name, that might threaten the life of the appointed person or cause some kind of issue, as in the case perhaps of China, where the appointment of or in any other communist country for that matter, where announcing a person's name might cause that person's life to be endangered, and so the Pope keeps it secret. He says, I have announced a cardinal, I have created a cardinal, but I am not declaring his name. That's why the phrase in pectore, which means in the chest or in the heart. That's why even the bishops wear a pectoral cross, the cross that lies on their heart, in pectore. So if the Pope reveals the appointment before he dies, there can be a formal ceremony. Otherwise, the appointment is simply invalidated. Now, the event at which the cardinals are created, and very soon we will have 2 cardinals from India who are being created, the event at which cardinals are created is called a consistory, and that's what we will be talking about next week, along with all the different colors that you see bishops wear in the Vatican, like purple and red and all of that. So we'll do that next week in our series Why Do Catholics, as a run-up to the 27th of August, where even our dear Archbishop of Goa, Archbishop Philip Neri, will be created into a cardinal. We've got 2 this time from India who will be made into cardinals. I think that leaves us with 5 cardinals for India, the highest India will have ever seen. I'll see you tomorrow, 9 o'clock, with Father Warner. We're going to start a new book, the prophet Ezekiel, and it's going to be a long teaching because I'm going to explain a little bit about the historical background of Ezekiel so that we can get ready for it. Thank you everybody for joining me. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and say a prayer for me, say a prayer for yourself, say a prayer for the sick. There are many sick people who are writing in. Pray for one person. Say, Lord, I lift up one person today to you. Today is also, by the way, Vianney Sunday. It's a day when 4th of August was the feast of John Marie Vianney, and across the Archdiocese today we celebrate Vianney Sunday. That's why I'm sitting with these beautiful flowers sent by my friends Eldridge and Valini. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your love, especially our parishioners here at St. Stephen's. I want to say thank you for all the kindness that you have shown me in spite of the health issues that I've had. God bless you. Keep well. I'll see you tomorrow, 9 o'clock with Father Warner.